name is Alexander, and this is the story of Kaley, a remarkable white crow who has become a part of my life in ways I never thought possible. It all began one quiet morning. I had a peanut in my hand, and on impulse I held it out to the crows near my cabin. To my surprise, one of them, a striking white crow, took it from my hand without hesitation. In that fleeting moment, I realized something extraordinary. A connection had been made. This was the start of something special. Kaley, that's what I named him, started visiting me regularly. Over time, I learned how intelligent and curious he truly is. Kaley loves puzzles, and it only takes him seconds to figure out how to get the food inside. It's mesmerizing to watch him work. He doesn't waste time. He always takes the quickest, smartest route. I'm often left in awe of his problem-solving skills. I've always loved birds and nature, but Kaley deepened that love in ways I didn't expect. It wasn't just about feeding him. It was about understanding each other. This clever bird wasn't just observing me, he was studying me, and I was doing the same. Our relationship grew stronger with each passing day. Kaley began trusting me more. He would fly down and sit near me, sometimes even inside my cabin. Though he's always cautious, I noticed that if he felt nervous, he'd look away or fidget. So I learned to respect his space. I'd glance away when he seemed uneasy, giving him the reassurance he needed. But Kaley isn't alone. There's a hierarchy in their world, a pecking order that I've come to understand. Kaley has a mate, Kree. She's more reserved than him, always staying in the background, waiting her turn. When food is involved, she never challenges Kaley's position. She patiently waits until he's done. It's hard for me sometimes. I want to make sure Cry gets enough to eat. I try to sneak her some food when Kaley's not looking, but Kaley is sharp. He's always watching. Still, what's fascinating is how their roles shift during nesting season. Kaley becomes the provider, bringing everything he can to her. It's heartwarming to see how devoted he is to Kree during that time. They have a young one named Kami. Kami is full of energy and still learning his place in the world. He follows Kaley everywhere but hasn't quite mastered patience yet. Kaley tries to put him in line, but Kami is persistent, always coming back for more. One day, Kami amazed me. I had set up a new puzzle, a small compartment that required some ingenuity to open. It was his first time seeing it, but he figured it out. I couldn't believe my eyes. How did he know there was food inside? I was stunned, proud even. Kaley's intelligence had clearly passed on to his fledgling. 2 years ago, Kaley and Cry had 4 fledglings, but they didn't stay long. Maybe they weren't ready for the world around them, but Kami stayed. He's grown so much, and yet he's still part of their daily lives. The mornings here are a ritual. Around 8 a.m., the first of them arrive, sitting in the trees, waiting. Sometimes they watch silently as I step outside. This is their home, their territory, and they defend it fiercely. If another crow dares to enter, Kaley and his family chase them off. There are days I have to leave for a vacation or a trip. When I return, it takes them no time at all to realize I'm back. Within half an hour, they appear again as if to welcome me home. But there are moments of sadness too. I've seen Kaley perched outside in the rain, feathers damp, watching me from his post while I'm warm and dry inside. He doesn't seem bothered by the rain, but I feel a pang of sympathy every time. In winter, when the snow is heavy, I make sure to clear the perch for them. From summer to early fall, they stay close. But as the seasons change, they join the great congregation. I spent years searching for their roosting spot, and when I finally found it, I was overwhelmed. Thousands of crows gathered in one place near the forest and lake. Amid the sea of feathers and calls, I spotted familiar figures. Somewhere among the crowd, Kaley was there. It moved me to tears, realizing that this small part of the wild had become my family. Kaley isn't a pet, he's a wild creature, and he always will be. But he's also my friend. When he perches beside me as I read or play our little games, I'm reminded how rare and beautiful this bond is. I know there will come a day when Kaley won't return. Maybe he'll find a new place, or maybe nature will take its course. The thought fills me with sadness. But for now, I cherish every moment, every visit, every clever trick, every quiet morning we share. Kaley has taught me so much about resilience, trust, and the quiet connections that can exist between humans and nature, and no matter what the future holds, I'll always be grateful for the friendship of a wild white crow who decided one day to take a peanut from my hand.